Yeah, so I'm just thinking through this morning, thinking through what exactly is the best strategy right now. It just depends. I think it all depends on your knowledge base. Your market is going to dictate your real estate strategy. But I want to hear kind of what people are doing in regards to the strategy, their approach that they're taking when it comes to real estate investing, because everybody's approach, everybody's market is going to be different. So I think for me right now with my strategy that we're focusing on uh, median sales price and below. With the preference being on below median sales price in our market. We're also looking at small apartments. We're looking at mobile home parks as well too. And this phone don't want to cooperate this morning. And so those are kind of the deals that we're looking at and taking our time going through. We're being aggressively patient and just understanding that we say no. And for those that's been investing long enough, you already know this. But for all the new investors, we say no more than we say yes. I talk with investors all the time. I talk to my consultant clients. Sometimes it can get frustrated. I get frustrated at times. Well, I won't say that. I don't get frustrated about doing deals because it's like I can literally never do another real estate deal in my life. And I'm perfectly fine and content with that. But I know that, so for me, I'm not aggressive to the point where I'm going to get into a bad deal. Never do a bad deal. That's the last thing you want to do, especially starting off. Stay away from bad deals. And so we say no way more than we say yes. And so I think that's what people need to realize. It's a numbers game right now where the market is. It's a huge disconnect in regards to, what sellers' expectations are for a price point they want to sell at, and what, as a buyer, as an investor, what we can pay based off the current interest rate, the current net operating income, the current income market rent that the properties are producing. And so you have to take in a lot of different factors on the deal. One of the things we were talking about last night with my consulting clients was the age of the property. Also, you got to look at the vacancy levels for the area. Every area is going to be different. If you're in an area where you got 20,000 new multifamily units coming online in the next 12 months, okay, if you're in a Class A, Class B property, your ability to increase rents and achieve above market rents or see appreciation in rent prices is going to be in jeopardy. So you got to factor that into your underwriting. You got to be conservative right now and just be patient because deals are coming. It's just a matter of time. Deals are coming. The economy's shaking out, and those who have more tools in their tool belt will be successful. Those who know how to do creative financing will be successful, 100%. Those that keep showing up, doing the work, they know where their area of responsibility is. They know exactly what they're looking for. As soon as it hits the market, you're going to be good. And there's nothing to worry about. You just got to do the work and know that it takes time. So that's what I was just, wanting to talk about the best real estate strategies out there. I'm going to talk about that in some different contexts. Out in Dallas this week, if y'all haven't been tracking the second annual Veterans in Real Estate Summit, we'll be speaking out there that Friday, Saturday this week at the museum, Frontier of Flight Museum, right there at Dallas Love Field. So that's going to be pretty dope. We'll be talking about how to build a $100K a year rental portfolio, but then also talking about how to do creative financing. And I'm going to just talk about that from the vein of seller financing, subject to joint ventures, and then also raising private money and being able to leverage self-directed IRAs with having investors who have retirement account money that can invest in your deals. And that alone is just going to give you so much value in how you can construct deals, because half of this stuff is just figuring out what you can and can't do, because there's a lot of ways you can be creative to get deals done, because with the right terms you can almost pay any price. You don't want to overpay, but you can pay. That's a whole nother video, because some of y'all, I don't want to confuse people, but I had to show you, literally had to show you like with case that show you with the numbers on what the difference would be. Whereas that you can take reduced income off a deal if you can get in the deal, if you make sense, because you want to get the deal done. You're like, okay, if you can meet my terms, I can pay your price, or I can pay close to your price, which with my terms. And that's the conversations that we had to have with sellers. Whereas I'm telling y'all, there's going to be a lot of wealth, a lot of money made the next couple of years. for those that know how to do creative financing. Because you're able to go to self-motivated sellers, you have the upper hand. The last 5 years, we haven't really had the upper hand as investors. And so we're getting back to balance where you can go to a motivated seller and negotiate your terms and have that conversation and say, hey, the economy sucks, interest rates are high, and the banks ain't lending. You want to sell? This my price. This the terms that I need you to finance me for because you hadn't ran the property correctly and you hadn't kept the occupancy up. You hadn't kept up with long-term maintenance. I can't pay that price. I can't take it to the bank. You're going to have to finance me. You're going to have to be the bank. And they're going to say, okay, what price can you pay? And then that's when the negotiations start. So I'm super optimistic. It's going to be great. I'm expecting big things. My clients have been killing it. We got one client that got a project going in Birmingham. We have one that's closing on property. He's literally closing on property in South Carolina. He's going up to manage the project for 5 weeks while they're doing the renovation. Got another one. They're kicking off construction in the next couple of days in Indianapolis. And got another client that's down in Augusta, Georgia, that's crushing it with fix and flip. So it's deals out here. You know, don't believe the news cycle, the hype that everything's doing global. There's low inventory across the United States when it comes to affordable housing. So there's opportunities for houses to sell. Sometimes, you may take an extra month or 2 or 3. But just factor that into your underwriting with your holding costs and get the deals done. And just, be conservative with your underwriting. What does a deal look like if the market shifts 15%? Underwriting 15%. Be aggressive with your underwriting. You let them know, hey, this is what I got. This is what I can pay. I don't know where the market's going to be 6 months from now, Mr. Seller. So I got to underwrite and say, hey, it's going to be 15% cheaper than it is now when I sell and get the deals done. But yeah, the best strategy right now, I think, is one that you got knowledge on that you can execute, or that you have partners on your team that has knowledge to execute, because knowledge is king right now. You got to have the knowledge. You don't want to do bad deals. I think is the big takeaway with that. Number 2, you got to get in a mastermind group. I went through the majority of my investment career up until the last 3 years kind of solo. I didn't have mentorship. I didn't have anybody in my family. I didn't have friends that were doing real estate. I just created a business. I went one project at a time. I took the bumps and bruises along the way and figured it out and put it together and made it happen through the grace of the good Lord, 100%. And so now what I'm telling people, from me joining mastermind groups to, being able to bring on investor partners, raising money for like large apartment deals, to, bringing private investors into my fix and flip business, that, just network with like-minded individuals to build long-term relationships and partnerships and to do bigger deals. A lot of it's just a mindset, accountability, on this, that it goes a long way, because you need to have people in your circle that's like-minded, that's entrepreneurial focused, and then people that's doing similar deals like you. Whereas that now, when you run into issues, you got a network you can lean on to, people that you're talking to on a regular basis that you can run problems by, and they can offer solutions to help you. Because guess what? One brain focused on a problem that they never experienced before is way less effective than 5 other brains trying to solve that same problem, especially if somebody has already been through that experience. And that's why, I created my mastermind program with REI Genius, with just being able to build a community of like-minded people. So nobody's out here trying to learn this by themselves. So they're trying to go through and figure out real estate investing by themselves and make a bad mistake that's going to set them back, set their family back, set their legacy back, for building wealth because they made a mistake because they didn't have the knowledge. Shame on that. And, that's why I do what I do to give back. Whereas that for me, with everything I do after this point is for bonuses for my grandkids, that my oldest child is 10 years old. So that lets you know. But, so that's kind of where we are. We're going to be doing the deal, speaking out in Dallas this week. That's coming up. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a conversation. We do this every Wednesday, usually 8 o'clock. But we're going to be talking about leadership in business. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, 8 o'clock, with my brother Garcia is going to be coming through. So I'm going to have a conversation with him. We're going to be doing that live. So tap in, get the link for that at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Whereas that you all can, be a part of that, ask some questions. And as we go through and just talk about leadership and just the principles of leadership that's needed in every facet of life, especially in business when you start talking about investing, all of that. So tap in for that conversation. I'm going to have another 5-day boot camp, real estate investing boot camp, 5 intense days, me teaching fundamentals, going through everything from the different strategies, how to raise money, apartments, managing the projects, all the different phases of real estate that I can cover within a week. We're going to go through, talk about all that. It's $97 for a ticket. Make sure you shoot me a DM. You guys interested in that? For veterans, if you know any military veterans, is 100% free for them to attend. That's kind of how I get back to my veteran community. So if you know any veterans and that's interested in investing, learning about the principles of real estate investing, have them shoot me a DM and just say, just to shoot me a DM with their service, the branch that they serve in, so I can get them the code so they can sign up and get them hooked up for free. So we're going to see a little bit more after this event in Dallas this weekend. I'm going to do a virtual 5-day boot camp to kick off the spring and get everybody going on the right path. So that's what it's all about. Yeah, definitely comment below. Share your strategies that you all are using right now when it comes to real estate investing, what you're primarily focused on. And we'd love to hear the comments and just see what everybody's doing out there, see what everybody's focus is on, and just understand how people are moving. And share your market too. It's always cool to understand what market people are in. And I like connecting people too. So I may know some people in your market to help you connect it in. Even if you got a question or you got a challenge you're working through, share that too. Because guess what? You may have somebody that can help you in that market, or somebody that reads the comment in the community can say, hey, yep, I know somebody in the market that can help you. You're looking for a plumber, you're looking for an electrician. I know somebody. And that's how things happen. Because guess what? Successful people don't do it in a vacuum. They have a team around them. They have a team behind them to be successful. And that's what a lot of people got to get out of the mindset, the mentality that they got to be a lone ranger going through life by themselves. That's so far from the truth than anything. So make sure you guys are looking at the deals, reviewing your area of responsibility, know what deals you're looking for, what constitutes a deal. Make sure you understand the numbers, and and just be aggressively patient and make some equity happen. Y'all be blessed. Get ready to kick this beautiful Tuesday off. It's a great day in the DMV. So I'm super excited to get going, and y'all have a great day and make some equity happen. Let's go.